All right, I want to talk about a Norwegian black metal band formed in 1984 called Mayhem. And this is why. They were rerunning VH1's Most Metal Moments, and this is the band Mayhem's Most Metal Moment. First member of the band, his name is Dead. That's the guy's name. Dead is a singer. He used to carry a dead raven around in a plastic bag so he could inhale the scent of death before he played, all right? He ended up killing himself, surprise, by slitting his wrist, then shooting himself in the forehead because he couldn't decide on just one method. Guitar player of the band, his name is Euronymous. He's the first on the scene. You would think if you found your friend dead on the floor, you would call for help. Euronymous goes to the store, buys a disposable camera, takes pictures of the dead body, and they're later used for an album cover. He then makes a stew out of Dead's brains and eats it, then makes a series of necklaces out of his skull fragments and mails them to people he deems worthy to receive them. Some of you look horrified. Bass player hears about this, stabs Euronymous 23 times, killing him, not because he's upset at what happened to Dead, but he's worried that Euronymous has now surpassed him on the evil scale. He goes to jail, continues to release solo albums from prison. Drummer hears about this, realizes he doesn't have any band members left, reforms Mayhem with all new members, and they continue to tour now, 27 years later. This is important because it's VH1's Most Metal Moments, number 69! Which means the people at VH1 decided there were 68 moments more metal than that. Including number 67, Beat It by 2, Rage Against the Machine bass player protesting Limp Bizkit, winning a Video Music Award. Remember when he climbed up on the set and they had to get him down? So metal, compared to necklaces made out of skull fragments, which sounds metal but is really arts and crafts. That's all that is. It's metal arts and crafts, but it's arts and crafts. It's the Michaels of metal. It's pipe cleaners and googly eyes of metal. Number 62 was Bon Jovi. Doesn't matter what he did. It doesn't matter. Bon Jovi's done nothing related to metal ever, unless you count every time I listen to Bon Jovi, I want to smash myself in the face with an iron. That's a metal thing, right? That counts. The least metal thing I've ever seen happened at a bar in New York when who drunkenly stumbled into the bar but the drummer from Dream Theater. And if you don't know who Dream Theater is, that's fine. We didn't know either. This guy drunkenly stumbled up to me and some friends. My friend goes, "What's your name?" And he goes, "The drummer from Dream Theater." That's how he introduced himself. He was so drunk, he pulled a bottle of pills, not out of his pocket, out of his pants. They were in the front of his pants, in his waistline, no cap on them. Takes some down. My friend goes, "What are those?" And he goes, "Something bad." He started going up to girls in the bar and going, "Hey, are you in Dream Theater?" The girls were like, "No," and he was like, "I am." That was his pickup line. Wasn't working for him, so he went over to the digital jukebox where he can download songs, goes, "This party needs to warm up," and downloads the 18-minute-long Dream Theater song and air drums it in the bar so everybody can see how good he is at air drumming to his own band's song. The bartender put her head on the bar and went, "Somebody wake me up when this nightmare is over." Which I thought would have been a good name for that Dream Theater song. The bartender, he heard the bartender, called her a fat cunt, got kicked out of the bar, and passed out in a payphone booth outside. The next day, I was on YouTube trying to find videos of this guy to see if he does this all over the place, because he's one of the most unintentionally funny people I'd ever seen. And I'm on YouTube looking at drum tutorials and concert footage, and I'm finding the drummer from Dream Theater, and I'm looking at it and I'm going, "That's not the guy from last night at all. It wasn't the drummer from Dream Theater. It was just a guy saying he was a drummer from Dream Theater." And I told some friends the story. 3 friends of mine said, "That same thing happened to me." there's a guy in New York that goes around to bars telling people he's a drummer from Dream Theater, and guess what? He picked the right guy for you to believe him.